I can't really remember a time when I didn't want to be a rock musician. I think because my parents had a great record collection, so I was just always hearing the Beatles music or Hendrix or the Who, and I started to get my own records. I got Led Zeppelin and the early David Bowie stuff, which was actually pretty heavy with Mick Ronson on guitar, and the early Osmonds records, which were actually like pop Black Sabbath. I mean, they had these big, huge guitar riffs that no one would expect from the Osmonds, but they had them. And I just always wanted to do it. I think that the question in my head was, what instrument should I play? And I liked guitar because I could stand up. Because, being a little kid, you get tons of energy. You want to jump around. And I thought, sitting down, even though I was a huge Elton John fan, actually, and I really wanted to be a singer. So Elton John was appealing because he was a great singer. But I thought, man, I don't know if I could sit down. I want to stand up and jump. So that's, I think, was what brought me to guitar. Also, my uncle was an amazing guitar player, still is. And so being able to witness and experience what he could pull out of a guitar at close range. It's one thing hearing a great player on a record, but my uncle would sit down and just his vibrato, he'd just pull such great emotions out of the instrument. And I didn't even know what to call it or what it was. It just felt so good when he would play. And again, years later, I had some pretty good teachers who taught me, the stuff you're supposed to know, the scales and the chords, but none of them had that feel like my uncle had. And I think that was like a beacon of what's possible. And as much as as much as people come to me now when I teach for the shred stuff, to me, my absolute biggest goal as a kid was just to have that pro vibrato. To me, that was the stamp of, you're a real guitar player or you're not quite yet, is having that vibrato. And my uncle had it, and I'm really glad he did, because it's one thing to hear it on a record, another thing to have it happen, a sitting distance away. So thank you, Jimmy. Amazing vibrato.